Every war has its heroes. Every battle has its scars. But behind every medal, there's a man. A man who once had dreams, fears, and a family waiting at home. Before he became a general, he was just Alexander, a boy raised under cold skies and harder truths. Fade in a young boy looking up at fighter jets roaring through the sky. Narrator, he didn't choose war. War chose him. In the burning fires of conflict, Aleksandr Dvornikov was forged not just as a soldier, but as a symbol of steel, strategy, and sacrifice. Scene shifts to war zones: Syria, Ukraine, dust-covered maps, intense battlefield decisions. Narrator, they called him the Butcher of Syria, a name born in the shadows of destruction. But behind the headlines, there was a mind shaped by discipline and duty. Every decision he made came with a cost. But to him, Russia came first, always. But who really was Aleksandr Dvornikov? A patriot, a tactician, a villain, or just a man trapped in the machinery of history? This is the story you've never heard, real and unforgettable. The military life of General Aleksandr Dvornikov, Lee. Years in formation, born on the 22nd of August, 1961 in U.S. Sorsk. Primorsky, educated at the U.S. Sorsk Suvorov Military School, graduated 1978, and then the Moscow Combined Arms Command School, 1982, followed by advanced studies at Frunze Military Academy, 1991 Military Academy of the General Staff. 2005, climbing the ranks, served throughout the 1980s in the Far Eastern Military District as a platoon and company commander, then a battalion chief of staff, early 1990s deputy commander in the Western Group of Forces, then commanded the 154th Motor Rifle Battalion, mid-1990s chief of staff and commander of motor rifle regiments, receiving the Order of Military Merit, 1996, and Order of Courage, Senior Mans 2000-2003. Chief of Staff and then commander of the 19th Motor Rifle Division in the North Caucasus, possibly participating in the Second Chechen War. 2005 to 2008, Deputy Commander and Chief of Staff of the 36th Army, 2008 to 2010 Commander of the 5th Red Banner. Combined Arms Army, 2010 to 2012, Deputy Commander of the Eastern Military District, 2012 to 2015, Chief of Staff and 1st Deputy Commander of the Central Military District. Served briefly as Interim Commander Syria, the Butcher of Syria, in September 2015. Dvornikov was appointed the first commander of the Russian armed forces in the Syrian civil war, responsible for combined arms operations that played a significant role in tipping the conflict in favor of Assad, awarded the High Honor Hero of the Russian Federation on the 17th of March 2016 for his leadership in Syria, his tactics-intensive bombings, artillery, and aggressive urban warfare earned him the controversial nickname Butcher of Syria. Russian Southern Military District and beyond, installed as commander of the Southern Military District in mid-2016, and confirmed by September that year, promoted to the rank of Army General in June 2020, one of only a few to hold that rank in Russia. From April 2022, briefly appointed commander of Russian military operations in the full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Though replaced by June amid strategic shifts, 1980s 2000s progressed through command roles in battalions, regiments, and divisions across multiple military districts. 2015-2016. Led Syrian intervention. Awarded Hero of Russia. Gained Butcher of Syria reputation, 2016-2020. Commanded the Southern Military District. Elevated to Army General, 22, to briefly oversaw Ukraine invasion. Tenure marked by tactical challenges and leadership change. Family background. According to reputable sources, Dvornikov is married to Irina Erikovna Dvornikova, born December 7, 1960. They have two daughters, Svetlana Aleksandrovna Dvornikova. Born February 1, 1985, she graduated from Moscow State University's Psychophysiology Department 2007 and works as a psychologist in the main department of the Ministry of Emergency Situations in Russia's Sverdlovsk region. She is unmarried. Maria Alexandrovna Dvornikova, born January 20, 1990. She graduated in 2012 from the Military University of Russia's Ministry of Defense and serves in the Southern Military District. She is married and has one daughter. Military career and other details. Early career and rise. Born August 22, 1961. In Usorsk Primorsky Krai. Education timeline. Usorsk Suvorov Military School, graduated. 1978 Moscow Higher Combined Arms Command School. 1982 Frunze Military Academy. 1991 Military Academy of the General Staff 2005. Served in the Far Eastern Military District Platoon. Company Commander, Battalion Staff. Later held positions as Deputy Commander and Commander in Western Group of Forces, Regiment and Division roles in major military districts. Eventually commanding the 19th Motor Rifle Division. Key commands, Syria 201-52016. First Commander of the Russian Armed Forces in the Syrian Civil War. Awarded Hero of the Russian Federation on March 17, 2016. Southern Military District. Appointed Commander in September 2016. Promoted to Army General on June 23, 2020. One of only a few Russians to hold this rank. Ukraine. 2022 took command of Russian operations during the full-scale invasion in April 2022. However, he was replaced later that year by Colonel General Gennady Gidgudosov role. Since February 2024, Dvornikov has served as chairman of DAS Voluntary Society for Cooperation with the Army, Aviation, and Navy in Russia sanctions and public profile sanctioned by the EU, Canada, and the UK due to his roles in the Russo-Ukrainian War and Crimea operations referred to as the Butcher of Syria. For his harsh tactics in Syria and Chechnya, believed to have used scorched earth strategies, targeting civilian infrastructure. In Grozny and Aleppo played a central role in re-establishing regime control in Syria and restructuring Russian military strategy for modern combined arms. Campaign's family, married to Irina. 2 daughters, Svetlana psychologist and Maria military officer. Mother military education. Zavov Military School gives Moscow Command. School gives Frunze Academy, gives General Staff Academy Command, role Syria, 201-516, Southern Military District. 2016, Ukraine, April-May, 2022. DOSAAF. Chair since 2024. Reputation Hero of Russia, associated with brutal strategies. Sanctioned international your ultimate destination for powerful stories, historic battles, and fearless military leaders who shape the world. Whether you're passionate about history, strategy, or modern warfare, Military Legends HQ is where bravery meets knowledge. Subscribe and join our growing army of military history fans.